Yo, what's good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Dave. I'm back in the flesh for another legendary video. Keeping things live, keeping everything all nitty gritty, everything's so saucy in the land of professional wrestling. Appreciate you guys coming through for the podcast for No Fugazi Wrestling. As we keep things cordial, keep things respectful, and give an honest opinion about the landscape in a square circle. More importantly, let's go ahead and get into everything that she broke down when it came to Dynamite. They were live over in, I believe, Manchester, New Hampshire, when it came to everything that broke down for Wednesday night. More importantly, they kicked things off when it came to the Hurt Syndicate, as Tony Schiavone was the maestro of introducing them. They got directly to the full details of their actual introduction of how things broke down. As I quote, when it came to MVPs, appreciated the introduction. More importantly, he says that he doesn't believe that he needs one and tells Shivani that he can go ahead and go. MVP then goes off and says he has an official announcement from the Hurt Syndicate and introduces his business partners, more importantly, his brothers in arms. He says that Sheldon Benjamin and Bobby Lashley. And then, of course, he goes on to say he continues by saying that their goals is to enrich the lives of the younger talent, more importantly, to help them realize their greatest potential. He says if he should offer the Hurt Syndicate business card, the card is their golden ticket to success. More importantly, if you accept it, it could change your life. But if you reject it, this is where things can happen and turn into a drastic change. But more importantly, before they even got into the swing of things, we ended up talking about how things broke down with the beatdown on Swerve Strickland after Bobby Lashley made his initial debut. More importantly, he put that hurt lock on Swerve Strickland, took him out of the commission. MVP took care of things and took down Prince Nana. But I'm pretty sure they were looking to get retribution as Swerve's music ended up hitting. He came directly down. He was in a frenzy, looking frustrated and upset, looking to go to war and go for a battle. He comes out with a chain and Nana, but the referees and them intervene at the ramp to hold them back. But things really got intriguing as Strickland gets on the mic and says he wants Bobby Lashley at full gear. And he says they will see him there. And it's official as we get Bobby Lashley, the Almighty, taking on no other than Swerve's house, Swerve Strickland over at Full Gear, which I know is going to be a true banger when it comes to that actual PLE or pay-per-view as we call it. We get things underway with the first action of the night, as we have tag team trios champions of the Claudio, Castellani, Pac, and Willow Yuta, as they're in tag team action. As we had Claudio and Pac taking on Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. This match was everything you clearly could have asked for, but it was a no contest after everything broke down as the Death Riders got involved. We finally officially got the toll that they officially are the Death Riders now, no longer the BCC. And it was okay for what it was when it came to the overall of everything that initially broke down. Even when the BCC broke down, scared away after the commemoration, got involved to make the save after everything had took place. Then we get to Renee Paquette. She's backstage. She's talking to Ricochet. She asks who his mystery partner tonight could be, which he says he has kept a secret until later on tonight. The Hurt unit enters the picture, and then, of course, MVP hands out a business card once again, and MVP had a talk ready, but MVP says that they just wish him good luck when it comes to everything. More importantly, it seems like we're going to have that drama filled up when it comes to Ricochet as well as the Hurt Syndicate. But hopefully he makes the right choice and we shall see. Or if you're not a part of it, you're an enemy at the end of the day. We get ready for trios fight as we got the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, Brian Keith, and Big Bill taking on the commemoration of Kyle O'Reilly, Tomo Ishii, and Mark Briscoe. Chris Jericho still continued to be development for what he was. But of course, the Learning Tree came up short as the commemoration was able to pick up the victory and a decent match, everything you truly could have asked for. And I enjoyed how everything had unfolded. Then we get to the backs. We end up seeing the Death Riders leaving as the AEW World Champion John Mark tells Orange Cassidy that Willow Yu doesn't owe Orange anything. More importantly, just because they are friends, Being a nice guy doesn't buy loyalty, and he isn't his friend or student or doesn't belong to Brian Danielson. More importantly, he gets to the cause of things in Orange, or even, but right now he's currently as being just a soldier. He calls Darby Allin a disappointment and says maybe it's time for them to stop playing in their with things, and people think it's time to take serious as they walk off and leave the actual promo, which was decent, serious, straight to the point, and they were not playing around 100%. Then we get to Malachi Black and Adam Cole, which Adam Cole picked up the victory after a banger match. Great technical wrestling, everything you could ask for. I know there was some pandemonium going on part of the internet wrestling community of thinking like this was going to be Adam Malachi Black's last match when it came to everything that had unfolded. But unfortunately, no, he was able to get away directly right into the fold of things on social media. Said this is not his last match. No, he's not injured. And more importantly, he's not going anywhere when it comes to AEW, as his contract is deemed to expire at the end of 2024 or early 2025. There's so many speculation that can go about that, but we shall see how things turn out when it comes to Malachi Black. But of course, we go through the course of a promo as we cut to Kyle O'Reilly watching on from the back as the trainers and seeing how things break down. Cole, of course, extends his hand to Malachi Black as they end up having a hug, embrace. And then Cole gets on the mic and says that Black is the very best that he officially fought. Even in his 16-year career, he thanked him. And Cole then tells MJF that's 2 down and 1 more to go. While Roger Stone still has 2 more matches, Cole says MJF thinks he's a roadblock in front of him, but that's not the case because he talks about if Strong both wins 3 matches, what would happen. Tony Khan told him that when we both get the 3 wins, if MJF ends up having the trauma end up coming, it will eventually turn into a triple threat match. Cole ends up by telling MJF that he would get his ass kicked from any member of the Undisputed Kingdom. And of course, MJF cuts a promo from his home. He's angrily watching before he gets on the phone and tells the other line that he needs to pay someone a visit, which is going to be interesting to see who MJF may have on the line. I'd like to know from you guys who you guys think that who will have for that third final match for Adam Cole to get over that hump to face him at Full Gear. Renee Pitt is working overtime again. She's talking to Jay White, who is responding to the threats from Hangman Adam Page. What more can you get from Adam Page? Adam Page really hit home when it came to everything that initially took place. And he's on a losing streak right now, but he always gives great storytelling and invest the fans to be involved. More importantly, keep them wanting to see more. As I quote, Jay White says that he fought back and goes for a steel chair, but gets stumped, but tosses in a barricade instead. Page traps White, Jay White in between the barricade, and then he goes and hits him after everything breaks down. But Juice Robinson runs out, and then with the steel chair to stop him, White gets free and sends Page into the ring after they broke down. Page escapes out of the ring and then runs through the crowd as White gets on the mic and says that he's going to beat him, embarrass him, dismantle him at Full Gear, setting the tone for an official match of Hangman Adam Page versus Jay White. After, sorry we're not clearing that up, but pretty much Adam Page ended up jumping Jay White through the course of his interview. He didn't get too much off, and then things really broke down from there in the transition. But he said he would have fun doing it while the fans will have fun and watching him do it. White says Page will have nothing ahead of him and never will be. Full Gear maybe will be his first to make Adam Hangman Page tap out. Renee Paquette goes back to the back to talk to Chris Statlander as it official that she'll be challenging Mercedes Moné for the TBS Championship at Full Gear. We got some women's action set up and lined up on the card. Statlander, as I quote, she says that she will win the title as she is walking away with it. And we'll hear a car sound with Statlander on the floor, and we see Camille and Monet hit a scream as Camille that she missed her and tells her to go get her. Statlander tries out the situation after she tried to go for the car, but officials separate them after things have broke down, as Mercedes has not been satisfied as they tried to run down Chris Statlander with an actual car. And that was kind of messed up, but more importantly, at least nothing really got heinous when it came to the situation, and no major injuries had occurred. But it was a stunt missed, and now officially via Twitter, Mercedes Monet said that Camille is in the doghouse after not handling business. Then we get to the patriarchy making a ring as Christian Cage has his own personal security guards. He goes into a deep promo. He talks about the whole situation about Hook, Kip Saban, and so many more when it came to an involvement. He told him how much he could be a father, and how much his father was a failure, not only coming from the bingo hall, coming to the big stage, getting injured, and retiring his boots and going into the commentary, then making a switch to commentary over in AEW, from WWE to AEW. Things get intriguing as Christian says he could be his new father. But of course, things break down as Hook ends up charging directly into the ring. They get into a full-on brawl. Hook tries to get a couple suplexes after things break out into wild chaos as security break him up. Christian laughs off the ramp, calling Hook a wild card, and things really broke down from there. Alice Marvez, he's in the back with the Don Callis family, who talks about Brian Cage and Lance Archer being a dominant force before a big unknown guy walks in and calls Callis an envelope and a box as he plays a message from MJF. It says he needs the Callis to take care of some business for him. As Callis reveals it's a dynamite ring, and he puts it on that on MJF, and they'll tell him not to scratch it up when it comes to that whole situation. So we're just gonna be intriguing to see how that may unfold and see how the Don Callis family may work together with MJF once again. But more importantly, it's gonna be intriguing to see how things may unfold as MJF is setting the trend of getting people involved. So we shall see how things may pick up and where things may go from there. We get Jamie Hayter. She's in singles action against Finale Ford. She was able to pick up the victory by hitting the Hayter raid. The crowd was red hot for Jamie Hayter as she was able to secure the victory after a long-standing feud with Penelope Ford, who has been a part of the Outcast revamp alongside with Saraya, and as well as other members that she have been getting a development training. I know that Saraya has been trying to get the Renegade Twins to be a part of it as well. So it's going to be kind of intriguing to see how things may unfold with the new setup for the brand new Outcasts. We get a video package from Mina Sakuraka. She says she's coming next week, but the screen briefly turns black and a white with a QRC code flashes across the screen. Highly recommend for you guys to check out that video. It was something interesting that I think you may sink your teeth into to be involved and really want to enjoy that. Then we get to another video package of Okada. It's showing the highlights in both New Japan and AEW with the words from Jim Ross and Excalibur as Okada is getting ready to defend the title in the Continental Classic, which is coming around the corner once again. As we get ready for the title to be on the line, as he talks down Masahiro Kasone, as well as he's not the international star. But speaking of the Continental Classic, is coming pretty soon towards the mid of November, all the way through to December. And it's going to be great to see the Continental Classic return. But the Continental Champion is going to have his hands full as well when it comes to his next challenger, Masahiro. I feel like that's going to be a big banger match. It's going to be a banger after banger. And more importantly, it's to keep us highly invested. Ricochet, he gets on the mic and he comes out for another promo. He says Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita made a mistake allowing him to choose a partner. Ricochet said he's found an opponent, more importantly, a partner, and someone's contract with the Don Callis family has expired. And he brings out a really pissed off, no other than Powerhouse Hobbs. He clears everything out, and then of course they were able to pick up the victory after a spirit gun from Ricochet with his new found finisher. More importantly, after everything broke down, Fletcher takes out Hobbs and then Ricochet with a couple chair shots. Things broke down as well as we ended up having Adam Cole running down to Kesha getting into a brawl. And Will Ospreay made his initial return. He took out the Don Callis family. Will Hobbs and of course all the faces took out the Don Callis family after a hidden blade attempt almost by Will Ospreay to Fletcher. And of course, that sent the crowd happy when it came to that whole situation of Will Ospreay finally officially returned. He was a little banged up, he was taped up, but he was ready to go when it came to the brawl out over in Dynamite and getting his hands on Kyle Fletcher. Then we got ready for the triple threat tag team match of Undisputed Kingdom of Mike Bennett, Matt Taven, as well as the Dark Orders of Alex Rendo and John Silver against the infantry of Carly Barbo and Sean Dean. This match was pretty decent, but of course, things broke down very quickly for the Rampage taping. This is me going across that after Dynamite had concluded. But of course, the infantry was able to lose the match. More importantly, we had the other matches that went across the things that we end up having Top Flight picking up the victory over JD Drake and Beef, as well as we had a great singles match between Commander and Leo Rush, which was a really great one as well. It was everything you truly could have got for. More importantly, we had some great banger matches between those two, as Commander almost got the victory, but Leo Rush was able to secure the victory as he keeps the momentum going when it comes to seeing how things may flow with the Hurt Syndicate. As well as we have scheduled matches for this following Saturday for Collision coming up. For the trios match, we got the House of Black, all members taking on Iron Savage, Jack Jameson, Beef Boulder, and Bo Bronson, as well as the AEW Trio Tag Team Championship qualifying matches, the Outrunners taking on Top Flight and Tag Team Action, as well as we have the Beast Mortis versus Roderick Strong scheduled. The TNT title match, Jack Perry taking on Action Andrade, making his return after being injured for a little bit. As well in the card, we have Nick Wayne taking on AR Fox, which is going to deliver. They have done some great work on the independent scene. Then the final main event, we have the Death Riders of Claudio Castellani, Will Yuta, and Pac defending the championship against the combination of Kyle O'Reilly, Tomo Ishii, and Mark Briscoe for the Trios Championship, which is going to be a delivering of a great Trios title match for Collision is following Saturday. Highly recommend to check it out. Or if you don't have the time because your Saturday is busy, highly recommend for you guys to go check out that actual match for that following Saturday. But more importantly, I appreciate you guys coming through, showing love and support, checking out everything that's been going on with the AEW Dynamite, as well as all the news, and more importantly, all the updated injury reports and everything that have been going on across my channel. More importantly, you guys are amazing. And I appreciate you guys continue to be consistent, being a part of the family. More importantly, showing your love, support, and being a subscriber. If you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and chime down with the likes to get the algorithm going with the next Internet Wrestling Communities podcast. More importantly, getting the video going as I continue to appreciate you guys as we continue to go towards the road of 4,000 subscribers. Until the next episode, I appreciate you guys coming through for another AEW Dynamite review. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You guys be safe. Peace.